What's happening, everybody? So last video we did the floors in this thing and they turned out amazing. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. This time we're gonna do the paneling. I got a lot of really good suggestions on the last video on how to do that. Greatly appreciate it, but we're not gonna take any of them. We're gonna do our own thing. A lot of people suggested that we put those wood slats back up that came with the van. Let me show you what we're gonna do. So I took all this wiring down that was up here because I'm gonna fish it through here eventually. But we're just gonna super lightly insulate this thing just with some closed cell foam just on the back, and then put the Luan panels inside of this. One, it'll save space. Two, we're not gonna insulate this thing heavily because we're gonna stick to warm climates, and a lot of insulation actually hurts you rather than helps you because it traps the heat in and it doesn't come out very fast, so you can't sleep at night. Learned that the first time I did the Astro. So yeah, so it'll save a lot of space, because I mean, we were planning, if we were gonna do it, put the Luan on the outside of this, we're gonna put it outside and then put the slats over top of that, so we could bolt things to, or put the slats on and then the Luan, whatever. That just takes up so much space. That's a lot of space lost. This is a huge van, but it's still a really small space, and the more we can open this thing up, the better. So, like I said, Luan's going in here, and then we'll figure out something to cover these, because this is direct heat transfer. There is some kind of insulation between this metal and this metal, but this is still touching this, which is touching this, which is touching the outside. So it's still gonna heat up when it's really hot, and it's gonna get, it's gonna be cold when it's cold out, and then our warm bodies and warm breaths and everything, breath is going to create condensation. So we'll cover these with something. Most of them will be covered with cabinets. The other ones, we'll figure something out when we get there. What you doing out here?
Taking pictures.
What?
You want to see?
Yeah, I want to see. Ooh. Look at that. Dang. Dang.
That one's the best one.
Man. Just got this 5D Mark III with a, what lens is this?
It's a 100mm prime macro.
How fast is it?
With stabilizer at 2.8.
2.8.
L series.
Nice. Yeah, she's got some crazy cameras. So yeah, we're getting started here, but I gotta eat first. I'm starving, and she wanted to get some shots of that. Somebody told me about the Burgerville fish sandwiches, and I got kind of addicted to them. We've been eating out a ton, and I ended up just buying a big box of fish fillets and fries, so I'm cooking that up real quick. Gotta get some calories in me, man. I've been burning a lot of them lately. So yeah, gonna eat, and we'll get going. Okay, everybody, so here's how we're gonna do this. As I said, the Luan's gonna go between these ribs, and then we'll probably get some, if we can find some square washers. We'll put square washers in that way to hold them in. But we're just gonna go up to this point. All these rafters, except for that one, have like these crazy shapes in them. And we're just gonna go up to the lowest point. And so right here won't be covered, and right here won't be covered. And it'll look like crap for now, but we're gonna cover these things with cabinets, and we're gonna put cabinets on most of the walls, so these little areas being left out do not matter. So we're not gonna do that. But so this one we don't even need a template for. That one we don't even need a template for. There is on this one, this part comes out quite a bit. Man, these Chevys are really freaking complicated, by the way. This part comes out a little bit, so we're just gonna go behind it on this one, but the rest of them will go on top. For this little gas filler thing, we're gonna make a template. On this side for the wheel well, we'll make a little template. And for this thing here, this crazy shape, we'll make a template for sure. But other than that, we don't have too many templates to make. So we're just gonna measure these, and we numbered all the sections so that we can keep track of what's what, because they're all different. Look at this girl go. She said she wanted to learn how to build vans, so we're learning.
Stay.
Okay, so now Evie's working on the big area over here, and I'm working on these little areas. And one thing I forgot to mention is we're putting these up before we wire. Normally it's not a good idea to do that, but we're just gonna run the wiring through these middle points and up through here. So there's not gonna be any wiring behind the paneling at all. So that is cool, I guess. I don't know. That's the way we're gonna do it. Yeah, there we go. Okay guys, this is how we're doing this. We measured here. This is our first piece here. This is for spot 1. So we measured, you got that on 15?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, so we're gonna use some screw tape here. Pull out. Cool. And it's right between the 15 marks on both ends. We're just gonna press it down lightly so that's real easy to remove. And then we're gonna measure 15 again and hold a straight edge and get a perfect straight line. The reason for the blue tape is it prevents splintering on the wood. We want it to look nice. Most of it's gonna be hidden, but we want it to look nice anyway. We're going through all this effort. Why not make it really nice? So she's marking down the point. She's marking down 3 points here, 3 different reference points, and then we'll get a straight edge in there and get a nice line. And then we just went to Home Depot. I got tired of filming at Home Depot. I don't want this to turn into the building a van and taking a trip to Home Depot channel. So we got a new blade for the skill saw here. And this jackass in this giant F350 long bed crew cab pickup parked with his front bumper like on, like more than touching my back bumper, because when I pulled out, the van kind of, the suspension settled a little bit. So he was like parked inside of my Astro. So we're thinking about waiting, you know, and talking to the guy and saying, hey, what's the problem, you know? But we just wanted to get out of there. So I had some Nutella in the van and I put it under his door handle. So, and we wanted to wait and see his reaction, but we didn't have any cameras. So I was like, ah, screw it. So I put it under his door handle. So now when he goes to open his van, he's gonna get a bunch of Nutella on his hand and think it's poop. So now we're gonna test fit all the pieces we just cut just to make double sure that they're good before we sand and paint them. Tonight we're definitely going to sand and paint them with that mold resistant and zero VOC paint. Just because it's, I've said this a million times, but it's an organic material, so it does mold. So if you coat it with something that doesn't mold, then you don't have that problem. So yeah, we're gonna test fit all these real quick. Alright guys, so we're trying to wrap this up real quick because the sun's going down. This is our template for the back wall here on the top. I'm taping it down to the Luan to make sure that it stays in one place. And then after I get done taping it down, I'm going to stick this blue tape under everything, and then I'm going to trace it out. And I'm doing that again so it doesn't splinter. This is going to be in the bedroom. It's going to be very visible. We may or may not cover the bedroom pieces with anything. We might glue some foam down and put some vinyl or something over the top, like Mike from Backroads Vanner did. And everybody in the 70s, it seems, that did custom vans. But yeah, we're at least gonna paint it. But either way, it's gonna be visible. So we want to get some pretty cuts and not a bunch of splintering and nasty looking stuff. So that is what we're doing. And then I'm gonna use the jigsaw and cut this thing out. And we're gonna test fit it real quick, make sure it works. Test fit it on the other side because the other side looks a little bit different. And then start sanding and painting. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you got something out of this and enjoyed the video. Take it easy, keep it real, and love yourself. Woo!